my favorite people. Today we'll be checking out another English, well, I wouldn't call it an English sport, just a European sport. This is Irish hurling. Since I started my rugby reactions, my cricket reactions, I kept getting requests to do hurling. Now I don't know what this is. He has like a weird shaped bat looking thing. He's wearing a helmet, so therefore I know it's going to be very physical because you have to protect your brain from brain injury. Let's just check it out. This is Neen Explains the Rules of Hurling. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe for more hurling or just Irish culture reactions. This is my culture channel, so I only do cultural reactions, and like the sports are part of culture, so let me know what else you want to see by commenting down below or DMing it to me over on Instagram. And make sure you like the video so I know you want me to continue to do content like this. Here we go. Irish hurling, let's get it.
Neen Explains the Rules of Hurling. Hurling is an Irish sport, played with two teams of 15 players each. The game is...
First of all, it's kind of like rugby, except instead of having a net, you have a wooden ball, and you're wearing a helmet. So is it more physical than rugby? That's the question.
Played on a field that's generally a maximum of 145 metres by 85 metres.
Bigger than
These
a
are the
football
goals, which
field?
are 6.5 metres wide, and the crossbar, which is 2.5 metres above the ground. Unlike in football, the posts extend above the crossbar, just like in rugby. The exact same goals and field dimensions are used in Gaelic football. The object of the game is for your team to score more overall points than the opposing team. To score, a player must use his stick, known as a hurley.
So, I can't tell, but on the head of the hurley, the stick, is there like an indentation to like cup the ball in a way? Or is it literally just you have to be able to balance it while you're freaking sprinting and running up the field? And what angle would you need to hold it at? And you can't really run like this. You can't sprint your fastest. Because if there's no indentation, the ball is literally just like, and you got to keep it from falling. And if the ball does fall, is that the end of a position? Does the other team get the ball? We're probably going to find all that out, so let's see.
To hit a ball, known as a sliotar, into the goal.
A sliotar?
If they successfully hit the sliotar under the crossbar and into the net, this is a goal and is worth 3 points.
So you're not trying to keep the ball, because that guy just let it off the net and literally swung like a bat. So he like popped it up and then swung it. 3 points for a goal. Interesting. Ball must be hit under crossbar and into the net. Cool. So it can't hit the poles, it can't ricochet off anything. It needs to go inside. Like baseball, not baseball, like football, soccer. Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
If a player hits the sliotar over the crossbar, but between the posts, this is a point, and this scores 1 point.
Okay, so it doesn't have to just go in. That's different. That's interesting. Because in soccer, if the ball goes over the net, it's not a point. But in hurling, it is. And you're literally hurling the ball everywhere. No wonder it's called hurling.
The game is played in two 30-minute halves for a combined playing time of 60 minutes. Highest
Y'all's
score at the
cardio.
end of time wins. Any game that results in a draw must be replayed.
So I noticed also as they're sprinting, the ball is literally bouncing around. So it's like when you lose possession, you just have to catch it again. And that's a continuous thing. I don't know. They got to focus on keeping the ball in their possession and sprinting and not tripping over their own feet. You know, you can juke people out, do all that stuff. Whenever someone loses possession of the ball, anyone can grab it. It doesn't stop the play. You know, 30 minutes straight, your cardio has to be there. You have to be in really good shape to play hurling.
Surely it can't be that simple. Well, it's not. There's a lot of things you can and can't do to move the ball up the field in hurling. You can move the ball by hitting the ball with the hurley out of your hands, hitting the ball with the hurley along the ground, kicking it along the ground.
Oh, you can kick it. I would assume then the ball is softer, right? It's not like freaking, what's it called, cricket, where it's made out of hard wood. Ugh.
Kicking or lifting up the ball with your hurley and then striking it. A player can also run with the ball if he bounces it on his hurley.
So like from the what do you call it? The stick does have a bit of an incline, so I guess that does make it easier. And also, you can touch it with all your extremities. It's not exactly like football, aka soccer. Whereas, I just say aka soccer because whenever I think football, I think of American football, so calm down. Anyways, you can touch it with your hand, you can touch it with your foot, all that stuff. Interesting.
A player can catch the ball with his hands in the air.
Hey!
A player can hand pass to a teammate where you slap the ball with an open palm.
If it were me, I would just hold it and sprint up the field and then toss it to somebody. Get as much yardage and potential goal power as I can, you know?
However, a player cannot touch the ball on the ground with his hands, a player cannot throw the ball or throw their hurley, A player cannot take more than 4 steps with the ball in hand.
Aye. There goes my plan. Okay, just make them long strides. Whenever you're recruiting for your team, get someone with really long legs so they can always utilize the 4 steps. Because 4 steps to a short person is like 8 or 10 to a big person. That's what I would do. Strategy.
And a player cannot play the ball from his hand to his hurling more than twice.
Ah, okay. Interesting. So a lot of things you have to consider because you're always being watched. And if they say you do it, for example, 3 times, it's probably a change of possession. You can only do it twice with your hand. Interesting.
Therefore, he's only able to handle the ball twice in one.
He just did more than 4 steps, though. Excuse my dog.
Therefore, he's only able to handle the ball twice in one possession.
That's more
There are
than 4
15
steps.
members of the opposing team who are trying to take the ball away from you so that they can score themselves. They are allowed to make shoulder-to-shoulder contact so long as the opponent has possession of the ball, or, if no one has the ball, be shoulder-to-shoulder to the opponent nearest the ball.
Oreo! I'm in the middle of filming. What is my life?
They are also allowed to use their hurley to block shots or prevent you from shooting.
Jesus, he just knocked him out. Now I get why I'll need the helmets.
Shots or prevent you from shooting. Games are generally high scoring and fast paced, but there's a few other things you'll need to understand before
Very
playing or going to a
aggressive.
game. For example,
Puck.
puck.
What's
A
a puck?
puck is a restart in play, usually after a foul or if the ball goes out of bounds. If the ball goes out of bounds, a puck is awarded at the nearest line.
Someone legit just swinging full force at you. What if you get hit with the ball? Ow. And also, what's considered a foul? Because I did see they're very handsy and like grabby in the sport. So just like if someone tries to tackle you or trip you, or like with your neck just like clotheslines you, is that a foul?
If the ball is hit out of the end line by an attacker, the defending team gets a puck out at the 65-metre line. If a foul occurs, a free puck is awarded either at the spot of the foul, where the ball lands after a foul, or at the 20-metre line for fouls inside the 20-metre end.
Yeah, a straight up clothesline. Have there ever been any fights in hurling? Because I feel like I would just, like, your adrenaline is always pumping. If someone straight up clotheslines me, I'd get up very mad.
Area. Foul. If a player commits any of these infractions,
Players might not push, kick, trip, hold, strike, or jump at an opponent. So just basic common sense. That's not how you play defense. Even in basketball, which is the sport I'm very versed in, you can't just like hold and attack your opponent. There's a structure to it, a way you do it. Obstruct a player with the hand or arm, holding or not. Reach from behind a player with the ball. So you can't, like when they're doing the little toss stuff, you can't reach around and smack it or steal it. Charge a player from behind. Sometimes you have to, though, to catch up. Charge or interfere with an opponent who has or is moving the ball. Deliberately touch a player with a hurley. Stab his hand. Reach for the ball with the hurley over another player. A foul is assessed and the other players award possession of the ball. Interesting.
a foul
Really, mother?
is assessed, and the other team is awarded possession of the ball by way of a free puck.
Free puck.
Just like in football, a player can also be cautioned or sent off the pitch for serious offences.
So they get like red cards, yellow cards. So by free puck, do you mean like a free potential to score? You know how there's like penalty kicks in soccer, aka football, and you can like, everyone's lined up against the goalpost and you have the chance to get it in? I feel like that's a potential thing that could be happening.
Penalty puck. If a foul was committed on a player with a legitimate chance to score, a penalty puck, similar to a penalty kick in soccer, will be given to the attacking team. The ball is placed on the ground at the 20-metre line, and all other players must be 20 metres away. There is one goalkeeper and 2 defenders defending the goal. The player is allowed to lift the ball off the ground and shoot the ball once.
That's a bit different because instead of having 1 goalie, you can now have 3. Interesting. But yeah, I want to see some penalty pucks. Like, how would you even... There's some strategy or like formation and movement that you can do with the ball to make it go higher, lower, to the side.
Any goal scored
And how do you control where it goes? Sorry. A lot of questions, but it's very interesting. Because in a way, I feel like hurling is a combination of many sports together.
off the ground and shoot the ball once. Any goal scored count towards the overall score. Substitution.
I shouldn't say hurling is a combination because I feel like hurling was probably around before a lot of these other sports. So hurling has now derived a bunch of different sports from different pieces of it.
A team is allowed to substitute
Look
up
at
to
that
5
belly.
players per game. Very similar to football, the players must wait in the substitution area and players must enter or exit at the designated area only, and only in a stoppage of play.
Okay, so the 30-minute intervals aren't just straight 30 minutes because you have to stop it for substitutions. Interesting. Your cardio still has to be really high, and your endurance.
To the uninitiated, hurling seems like a strange sport to understand. But once you understand the rules, it becomes a great sport to watch.
Dude was just stepping on the other guy. At least they're not, it looks like they're just in normal tennis shoes from Adidas. So hopefully there's not like cleats or anything. Because if so, that would be hurtful.
If you have found this video at all helpful, please like, share with your friends, comment and subscribe.
Alright, I guess that's the end. But yeah, that was hurling. Let me know if y'all want me to check out more of hurling. Ooh, wait, I was wrong. There are like little spikes at the bottom of his shoe. Oh my god, this is scary. Sports are scary. But yeah, if you want me to continue reacting, make sure you like the video. Again, this is my culture channel, so you only get culture reactions over here, so subscribe. More cricket, more hurling, more rugby, let me know down below. Bye!